We bring you back with some Hills highlights brought to you by Indian Hills Community College. The swings have certainly been there for the Lady D's tonight. Kachi with a big one right down the line. Defense has also been pretty darn good as well. Another block up front by the Trojan defense that time, but a good finesse shot by Winger to get it back over into the donut in that particular instance. But, man, you think back to the end of that second set there. Albia had an opportunity to force extra time in the frame. Got an absolute gift up above the tape, and that's one that I'm sure Avery and Addie Halstead would tell you that they take advantage of 9 times out of 10. It's just that one moment where they were setting up trying to look for the tying kill rather than taking what the defense gave them in that situation on the overpass from Fairfield. But they'll have their opportunity, Albia will, to win it here in the third. We go to 15, and, of course, as you volleyball fans know, you got to win by 2 in this instance. And it will be Albia serving first. Emma Winger with the right-hander to get us underway in the third frame. Jones sets it up for Berggren through the block. Weber dives down to save it. Now Winger looking for Ashley Berry. Blocked back up front by 14 Maggie Rayburn, but Albia ready for it into the donut. Pinballs around Engel with the free return. That draws a round of applause from the home crowd. Addie Halstead, that eats up Robertson. Addie with her 5th kill, in my book anyway, here in the match. Had a slow second set, came out with 3 kills in the first, but couldn't quite find the mark there in the second. Good start to the third, though, for number 10 in blue. Winger's right-hander dug again by Farrell. Jones outside for Rayburn. Nice pass by Weber, or nice dig by Weber, I should say. Winger looked like that one hit the antenna after she was able to dig it out of the net. It was good concentration by the Albia setter. Just a little bit, the pass too far out in front from Weber. Side out Fairfield, ties us at 1. Engel goes out. Jones gets ready to serve. And the other Rayburn, Macy Rayburn, checks in. Avery Halstead goes finesse to the outside. Dug out by Berggren. Jones sets it up for Rayburn. Off of Paxton. Pinballs around and out of play. Macy Rayburn really started to establish herself in that second. Had just 1 kill in the first set. I had her down for 2 and a couple of blocks as well in the second game. She puts the Trojans in front, 2-1. Right-handed serve by Jones, taken care of by Berry. Winger's going to set it up for Weber, back row, that time long. Saw her with a really nice kill from the back row. Actually, we just saw it again, too, in our Hills highlights there. But unable to find the court that time. Fairfield with a 3-1 lead. Line drive, Paxton, good pass to Winger. Hardly had to move. Addie Halstead, blocked back. Rayburn, Macy Rayburn gets the better of that matchup that time above the tape. And Fairfield with a 4-0 run. High serve, easy can of corn for Weber to handle. Avery Halstead, crosser dug by Berggren. Jones right back out to Berggren, off the block and out. Caught the hands, it looked like of Avery Halstead, and popped out of play. Missy Dustin wants to chat. 5-love run for the orange and black of Fairfield. They lead at 5-1 here in the deciding third set.
At Community First Credit Union, we see how important it is to be the kind of financial partner you can depend on, no matter what. We see that you have plans, goals, hopes, and dreams. We see you need banking tools that are real-time and bankers that are real people. At See First, we see all of these things because at See First, we see you.
Lady D's back out on the court, waiting to continue play here as we come out of the timeout from Coach Dustin. And this is one of those matches where you rely upon that very upperclassman-heavy roster, the experience of being able to try to climb out of what's a 4-point deficit here in the third set. Getting the set here is Berry, hits it off of Jones and over to the Fairfield student section. Good answer out of the break. Ashley Berry up to 6 kills by my count. Winger with 14 assists as well. Paxton's going to rotate out. In comes Kachi for the Albia Lady D's. Serving will be Berry after that kill. Bad pass, back to it comes Jones. Rayburn with a free push, and it's out. Missed it long on the free return, and that will never make a coach happy. Albia cuts it down to within two, here in the third now. 25-16, the Lady D's took the first. Fairfield came back, winning a tightly contested second set, 25-23. Now here we are in the third to determine who's going to come out with a win to open up the Steve Heisel Triangular here tonight in Fairfield. Barry serve, good dig by Berggren. Jones going outside looking for Macy Rayburn. Nice dig by Weber, but it gets away on the front row as Winger couldn't get there in time. And a side out to the Trojans as Berggren will head behind the orange stripe. Going right at Barry. Good dig by the senior. Winger for Weber. Roll shot dug by Berggren. Back from Farrell and a free return by Berggren. Good pass. Winger sets it up for Addie Halstead. Left-handed tip, but Robertson was ready for it after she got the Fairfield defense on that in the last set. Rayburn will not be denied. She's what we in the broadcasting biz call in her bag at the moment. She has really come alive since that second set for Fairfield, and it's been the difference. Only had one kill in the first set, but a couple of them and 2 blocks in the second, and now 3 kills and a block here in the third. And Kachi hits it into the net. Lead back up to 5, largest of the frame for Fairfield, who now need just 7 points to complete the comeback. Winger for Kachi through the block, dug behind by Berggren. Jones looking for Rayburn again. Those two have played a lot of volleyball together, Macy Rayburn and Maddie Jones. And it's showing up here in this contest. Addie Halstead gets a breather as we see the 5'11 sophomore Abby George check into the match for the first time. Berggren with a 6-point lead. Dug by Barry. Wingers looking middle. And did that one get over the net? I believe it did. George able to come through and make a play right out of the gate. As she rotates out, Morgantino into the match. Weber will get set to serve. That's one way to make the most of your opportunity out there on the floor. Abby George coming through on her first attempt, giving the side out for her Lady D's. Weber serve dug by Berggren. Bad pass Rayburn, and her sister Maggie cannot play it. Back to within 4 at 9-5. Weber misses. Her first service error of the year. In the 6th match of the season, she was a perfect 100% back on Tuesday night at the home tournament. Had not missed one yet tonight either. But that one sails wide. 10-5, Fairfield 5 points away from squeaking out a 3-set victory. Robertson's serve, dug by Weber. Winger. The set for Avery Halstead. Good attack from behind the line, but Berggren with a better dig. Free return by Farrell and Fairfield. Set up for Avery Halstead. Roll shot to the middle, dug by Robertson. Jones tracks it down. Free return by Berggren. Short one. Tino over to Winger. Coming back near side for Kachi. Block back, and it's down on the line. Guess who? Macy Rayburn on that front row, causing all kinds of problems for the Lady D's. Fairfield needs just 4 to take it in 3. Lady D's of Albia have a 6-point hole to climb themselves out of here with not a lot of time to do it. Going to 15 here in the third set. Kaya Robertson for Fairfield will serve it to get us back underway in this one. Good dig by Barry. Winger sets it back. Tino off the top tape. Overhead dig on the right hand by Jones. Rayburn's roll shot dug by Weber. Now Avery Halstead. A friendly bounce off the tape for Robertson to try to keep up with that one. Berggren back row punched up by Barry. Weber back up front. Barry free return. Fairfield in system. Jones middle for Rayburn. Good block, Tino. Could that be the momentum swing that Albia was looking for? Something had to give as Rayburn has been truly on a roll here for Albia. Could the sophomore Morgan Tino have just provided that? Let's see. Chloe DeMoss checks back in to serve in place of Avery Halstead. Dug by Berggren. Jones for Macy Rayburn. It's long on the crosser. 11-7, down to 4. It looks like that volleyball got lost elsewhere. They had to get a new one from the scorer's table to keep DeMoss going. Hope that wasn't an icing on the sophomore. See how she handles it. Dug up by Berggren, pretty good serve. Robertson pass back in front. Terrell able to attack on that. It's quite a pass. Dug out by Weber. Tino, yes! Morgan Tino providing that spark here late for the Lady D's as they cut it down to 3, and now Fairfield wants to chat. Nice little run here from Albia as they're on a 3-love momentum swing, but still Fairfield holding the advantage, needing just 4 points. Well, now an actual intentional icing of Chloe DeMoss with the timeout from the Fairfield coaching staff. Let's see if it pays off for the Trojans or if DeMoss can keep the pressure on. Long serve, dug up though by Farrell. Pass back in front from Berggren, a free return by Jones. DeMoss, the pass to Winger. Looking for Tino again. Yes, Morgan Tino. 3 straight points from the sophomore, and it's down to just 2. 11-9, Fairfield. Well, you got to keep feeding the hot hand here of number 9 in blue. DeMoss, right at Farrell, overpass. This time they do not miss it. It was either Tino or Winger, and I'm thinking it was Morgan based on some of the reaction from elsewhere. She's got the last 4 if it indeed was number 9. Savannah Hollander is going to check back in here for Fairfield in place of Addison Farrell on the back line. Albia cuts it back to within 1, 11-10 here in the third. It's coming down to the wire. DeMoss, wide. And a side out for the Trojans. Albia has not led here in this third set. Out goes Macy Rayburn, which may be the best news for the Albia defense. Cody Engel rotates in. Also, we see 7 Maya Lane check back in place of Hollander. Engel's right-hander dug by Weber. Winger looking middle for Tino. Into the donut. Robertson overpass back to Albia. Winger for Tino a second time. Yes! I said it earlier. I'll say it again. I see ya, Morgan Tino. I see ya, number 9. 12-11. She has just about single-handedly pulled the Lady D's back into this third set. And now Kachi, who we know has a very dangerous serve. Dug out this time by Berggren. Jones for Terrell. Blocked back. Guess who? Well, I said it for Macy Rayburn. I'll say it for Morgan Tino. Number 9 is in her bag. And it's tied at 12. Remember, you got to win by 2 going to 15. And number 15, Kachi, is ready to serve. Dug by Engel. Jones over to Terrell. Dug out by Weber. Tino again. This time handled by Engel. Robertson, the pass, a free return is all Fairfield can muster that time by Jones. Do they go to her again? Yes. Morgan Tino. Oh, what a dig on the back row by Berggren. She gets the set there from Jones, taken care of by Weber. This time going outside for Barry. Overhead dig by Engel. Both of these teams not wanting to quit on this rally. A dump off by Jones. DeMoss for Barry a second time. Robertson, Engel out of play. And Albia takes their first lead of the set. And Fairfield will use their second and final timeout. The Lady D's have stormed back. They are on a 7-1 run, leading 13-12 here in the deciding third. Lady D fans, we want to hear from you in the Cosby U.S. Cellular comments section, I should say. Cheer them on as it comes down to the wire here in the third set at 1-1, all tied up in the match. A deciding third frame between Albia and Fairfield. Kachi's serve is dug up by Berggren. And Jones can't get to it. It will be match point for Albia. The second ace from Kachi. And 2 match points to work with. 14-12. They trailed 11-6. And now Albia 1 point away from earning their 5th win of the year. Off the top tape, good concentration by Engel. Jones outside for Lane. It's wide. Fairfield wants a tip. They're not going to get it on the block. The Trojans think for sure it was touched at the net. They're going to appeal to the official. The home crowd obviously wanting the call changed. And they're going to bring in the line judge who had her eyes on it to put that flag up in the air, signifying that it was not touched. And it looks like the call will not change. The head official is coming down. The Albia Lady D's pull it off. Trailing 11-6, they outscore Fairfield down the stretch 9-1 to take it 15-12 here in the third.